I mean, working in daytime, well, certainly days. When Mission was on, I certainly enjoyed that. And I think it had a large male audience because of the action. And I think today food has become a convenience rather than a celebration.
So clearly you've done a lot of work in your life. We're going to go to food and books as quickly as possible. But for those who aren't as aware as they should be, can you give us what is the most common thing when you're at an airport or in public? What is the most common thing people remember you from?
Well, certainly days. There's a big Armenian contingency out there who always comes at me at the airports. But, Days was, I think, in 152 markets. So especially when you're in New York and it's an international port. And also, I enjoyed when Mission was on. I certainly enjoyed that, and I think it had a large male audience because of the action, and that I liked. It was interesting that kind of prepared me for the masks that I did on Days. So it was, a real challenge. I mean, working in daytime, I think the biggest challenge is remembering all those lines and at least giving it some kind of conviction and taking those lines off the page. And a lot of the times, because there's too many lines, we're just on the edge, and so because I have a certain intensity, I'm able to cover. And so I think through all those years, airports probably are the biggest. I'm going to do a PA at the Grand Canyon in August. So that'll be interesting. It's a very special train ride through the Grand Canyon with just 22 fans. They're going to do this. So it's going to be a very intimate affair. So over the years, you get mixed, but you get the older people who are the real followers because the youth today has different appetites, and just like they do with food, they're not always conscious about what they're eating unless they're educated about it or they're raised on good food. And I think today food has become a convenience rather than a celebration.
So once again, the book is called Seducing Celebrities One Meal at a Time. And can you please let us know, where can we find more? Where can we find you? Website, social media? Where are the best places to find this book?
Well, I have the podcast, which I just finished, The Lost Treasures, which is on Spotify. That I'm very pleased with because it was because in many ways I love being an archaeologist in some way, and that's why I took a lot of the journeys I did. So it really is about the Trojan horde, the Mycenaean horde, and where the Trojan War started. And the third one really is about Ulysses coming home. And so I explored that last year. So for the last 2 years, I wrote this 4-segment podcast. And I'm now beginning to write another one.
Well, we will check out the podcast for sure. And we're going to be looking for the book everywhere books are found. We'll see you at Barnes & Noble's, at the Grove. It's been an absolute pleasure to connect with you and talk to you about family and food and delicious things. So thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Take care.